we're gonna be rolling up, dude, into the NFC West, man. We're the last division for this segment of ours. These divisional breakdowns. We got 4 teams to go. I'm excited to talk about them, man. I'm gonna jump in with the Cardinals. Um, I'm not gonna talk too much on Kyler Murray. I think we did a really good breakdown of Kyler Murray in the last Would You Rather last week, with when it was Kyler Murray versus Jalen Hurts. So I'm not going to talk too much about him. He's a good young QB. He's got wheels. We're worried about whether he can take the punishment, but there's no denying his talent. So it's really a matter of if you think he can continue to take hits and thrive in this type of offense or not, and you have to make that decision yourself and go from there. Uh, the one person, the first one I really want to talk about is Chase Edmonds. Um, I yeah, I'm in a lot of leagues with you, man, and I bet you if you check my roster, Chase Edmonds is on my roster. Okay, and he's on my roster because I drafted him when he came out many years ago when DJ was still there, and I didn't believe in DJ, and I thought Chase Edmonds would get his chance. DJ got injured. Edmonds had some good games, but he's not a world beater, right? He's had his opportunity to take the jobs before. He's done okay. He's a smaller type of back. He's more of a pass catching type of back, but he's not a slouch. He's got some wheels on him, and he's a good player. He's much more explosive than Drake was last year, and he's much more explosive than Connor is going to be this year. Um, I have Chase in a lot of my teams. Like I said, I've been waiting for this day to come. I think it's going to be a split between him and Connor. All right. I think Connor is a good value late in drafts. But so's Edmonds. Edmonds is coming off as the RB 28 in the 7th round. So he's the type of back that you can wait to you if you want to start your draft and go, quarterback, tight end with some wide receivers or just hardcore wide receiver. Edmonds is a good player to target later in your draft as a running back in your startups. He's only 25 years old. He like I said, he's got some wheels. He catches the ball, so I'm excited to have him. I'm excited to see him play. I think he's going to play above that running back 28 spot for him. And if you want to wait even longer, if you're not a believer in Chase, then you can wait till I'm talking 13th round, 12th round, something like that. You can get Connor. Connor, he had his moments in Pittsburgh. He can't stay healthy. That's one of the reasons I'm more of a Chase guy than Connor because that's the only 2 guys they have there. Benjamin's there, but he's not much to talk about. So for me, it's Chase over Connor, even with the ability to get Connor late. I get him here and there in best balls just in case, but my money's is going to be on Chase Edmonds. Rondell Moore, right? Their second, I believe, is their 2nd round pick this year. Guy's 5'7", but he's a beast, man. So with a player that size, he's either going to be Steve Smith or he's going to be Jakeem Grant. There's really going to be no in between, man. And my money is on him being a Steve Smith. This guy is a freak of nature. He's had to fight with this size his whole life. I don't know if you've seen those workout videos of him squatting like 600 pounds. He's got like a 42-inch vertical. He leaps. He jumps out of the gym. Man. He plays with heart. When he's get the ball, he looks like a running back. He's bowling people over. He's sneaking through holes. He's getting past defenders. He's going to be an outlier if he succeeds. There's no other than, and I think Steve Smith was 5'9" or 5'8". So even he's going to be more of an outlier than even Steve Smith. But he's going off the board as the wide receiver 39 in startups. He's young, and to me, he's worth grabbing. Finally, bro, could this be the year for Christian Kirk, man? And I'll tell you, I hope so, because I have him in a lot of places. And he has flashed. Every year, he comes up with a couple games where he puts up 22 points here, 25 points there, 2 touchdowns. He's got that special teams ability that you can see that once he gets the ball in his hands, he moves with this way and that way, and he can take it to the house. The problem is, and it could be that he doesn't fire, but the problem is, in my eyes, that they keep playing him outside when everyone knows his natural position is in the slot. But they couldn't move. Fitz could not play on the outside anymore. So they had to keep Fitz in the slot. That meant Christian Kirk had to be on the outside. Fitz finally retired. although now there's whispers that he hasn't technically retired yet. I hope they don't bring him back. I mean, Fitz, love you, man. You're a Hall of Famer. But, dude, just let the young guys play, bro. Let the young guys play. And if Fitz stays retired and Kirk does move to the slot, then this might be the year. It might be the year. So if he hits, I'm happy. If he doesn't, he's off my teams next year because he's just not worth it. Finally, talk about Hopkins, right? He's good. He's real good. But this is the type of player I trade right now. This is the type of guy I'm trading. He's 29 years old, and the way he plays, his body might not be able to take that punishment much more. He's the type of he's the guy who's getting 10 catches a game. He's getting hit. He's jumping up to get the ball. He's landing down. I'd rather be 1 year too early than 1 year late holding the bag. So if you can trade a DeAndre Hopkins for like an Allen Robinson plus, or a T. Higgins plus, or a Brandon Ayuk plus, then that's something that I would do because I think he's closer to the end than he is to his prime.
I agree with you 100%. This is like another Dalvin Cook take.
Yep.
Do it now before it's too late. It's not no knock on Hopkins. Hopkins is a beast, top 10 receiver. That did it with no quarterback ever, which for me, that's why he's like number one for me because he's never had he did it with I don't know how many different quarterbacks. So that'll tell you everything about him. But this is Dynasty, and like Brandon says, the name is valued. And if you can get value for him now, I say you do it.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Another thing I want to mention, I think that Chase Edmonds is awesome, regardless of whether he's the number one or number two. He's proven to score with whether he's on there by himself or on there with another running back getting the carries. My thing with him is that he's a smaller back. He's not durable, but he gets the points. I'm gonna see if I think I was gonna ask you who do you think starts, but you already answered my question with a 50-50 split. And I think that would be best. That would make them both relevant if they pass the ball to Connor as well. Now, if they just use Connor to run, but if they use them all purposely, both of them, they're both gonna be fantasy relevant. And like I said, people, don't forget there's an extra game added to the schedule. Teams need depth at the position. Don't look at another running back with potential going to another team as a threat to your starting running back because they're going to need it. Running backs get pounded. They get tired. They need to come out of games. And it's better for you. If you have either one, you're getting points from them. So don't look at it necessarily as a negative.
No, for sure, for sure. And to me, in all honesty, I'm thinking even more 60-40 split, bro. I'm thinking 60-40 split, and I'm thinking Chase gets the majority of that. I think he's going to get the majority of the passing down work. So I'm thinking kind of like the way it did with Drake, except a little bit more skewed towards Chase. So again, like I said, he's a value, but I agree with you. Based on both where they're both being drafted, they're both technically values. But really, it just matters. It depends on who you think is going to take the majority of the role. So I think it's going to be a fun offense to watch. So I'm excited for that.